Yo, welcome to today's class. My name is Believe Stanley. Sorry, there is no my webcam has an issue, so you will not be seeing my face on this particular video, but I'll try as much as possible to do justice to whatever we're going to be discussing today. Okay, straight to the point. Yes, one of the things I told us while we're working, I said we're going to be sharing, I'm going to be going straight to the point and coming up with basic designs that will be easier for you to start even as a novice in graphic design. What you are seeing on the screen right now is all the works that we have done, that I did in the process of working on this particular session. Everything here. So I'll be sharing with us how to create something as simple as this you are seeing on your screen and every other design. Trust me, my goal is not to bombard you with terminologies or some techniques that you will not have an understanding. I'll just go straight to the point and show you how to. So first thing today, if you open your design software, I told us we are using Coreldraw. This is what you are going to get, a blank sheet. When you open, when you are launching your Coreldraw software, at first when you start, you will see a dialog box to create a new document like this. Now on that new document, you see name, present destination, preset destination, size, width, height, number of pages, and all of you. But my major focus will be on the size and the dimension, or will I say the size, under the height. I'm going to focus on your size and your height, and maybe this inches, you convert to inches again, so that's much easier. I work majorly with inches. Now for most of my designs, I work with a landscape, and because they are online driven, I try as much as possible to maintain a complete square and probably a rectangular shape for my Facebook cover. So what I'm going to be sharing with us today is how to use your basic tool on your Coreldraw to create something simple for yourself, starting with your text. So I'm going to leave the workspace to be landscape. If you click on it, you see landscape. Just click on your landscape, then you press OK, leaving your size at A5. When you click down, you see different size paper formats. Just on your keyboard, just type A. It will take you to the various A series. Then you click A5 and put it to landscape and press OK. This is what you get. Now at the left angle of your screen, you see all the basic tools. Every tool here, these are the tools that we use in our design. And the top bar, they have features of every tool. When you click on each tool, the features of the bars will change. They change as the tool you select. So majorly the first tool here is your pick tool. The pick tool is used to select every object on your, to select objects and transform. Then the second one there is your shape tool. The shape tool basically is used to edit curves or text characters by manipulating the knots. I'm going to explain that one as we go into the full practical session. The next tool here is your crop tool. The crop tool is used to remove areas outside the selection. If, for example, if you want to use an image, if you want to crop an image, you understand what cropping is. I don't need to be explaining much. We're going to be showing you how to use that particular crop tool. Then your zoom, as the name inclines, is change the magnification level of document windows. You zoom in and zoom out. Then you have your freehand tool. The freehand tool used to draw lines and curves, straight lines basically, or curves as the case may be. Then also your artistic media tool. There are some of these tools that we're not going to use because of time, but I'm going to explain all of them or probably use them in the process. Then our rectangle tool. Our rectangle tool is used to draw squares and rectangles by dragging in the drawing windows. You use to drag, just create box. For example, this is what you have. This is what I mean. You drag. If you are using a mouse, all you just need to do is to click on this and then drag it to any direction you want. Then if you want to create a complete square within your workspace, you just double click it and it will bring your shape out. Then every time you click on other tools, always make sure you go back to your pick tool so that it will help in your navigation. That being said, then you have your eclipse, also known as circle. Use it to draw circles and eclipse by dragging, just like the other one. If you click it, you just drag, just like that. Then you have the pentagon tool. Under this pentagon tool, you have different other ones. I'm going to share them in the process depending on the kind of designs we want to do, but I'm going to explain how to use all these tools in our designs. Then the father of all of them, the text tool, which you use to write your text. The text tool is used, as the name implies, write out your text. Then we also have the parallel dimension. Some of these tools I have not used them before, so I will not be touching most of those ones, but the major ones that I use for all my designs, those are the ones I'll be explaining to us. But in a nutshell, all the icons you see at the left hand side of your screen on your Corel workspace, these are the tools that we use to design. So let's start creating something simple using our text tool. For example, I bring out one of the designs I did. I'm going to come back to it now. For this particular concept, or let's say we have something like this, I'm not going to be doing much, so let me just look for something very simple that we can adopt. Some of you might be wondering, how did I come about this Brand Varsity? This is the logo that we created for Brand Varsity community. So I'm going to be showing us how to create import images, and also using your transparency or shadow tool. I'm going to be using that one. So let's go back to so first of all, I want to create something very simple. For example, let me type in a word, Billy Stanley fashion. Billy Stanley fashion. What I'm going to share with us today, I'm not going to create any, I'm going to use this particular word here to create a design to promote this whole idea. So if you have an idea that you want to sell, you have a particular product you want to market, you have images for that particular product, this video might be helpful. So the first thing I did was to type out the words, or if you have it copied somewhere else, just copy it from whatever, maybe on your Microsoft Word. You can copy any information you want from anywhere you have them. You copy the information, you click on your text tool, then you paste it there. You paste it, but for now you type out the words. Now this is what I've done, and the next thing I did again is to break the text apart. Break them apart because right now they are all together, they are joined together. I want to separate the text so that I'll be able to work on them differently. So the next thing I did was to break my text apart. Is to break the text apart by clicking Ctrl K on your keyboard. Ctrl K. If you are using a Mac system, an Apple system, it's Command K. That's on your key, Command K. So Ctrl K will break the text apart, as you can see. Then, like I told you, we're going to be focusing majorly on text, using our text tool to work, and maybe some other tools I'm going to show us. Then after that, separately, like I said, I'm working on them separately. I select my text. I want to change the fonts. Every system comes with their default fonts. So for the purpose of easy use, I'm going to use a general font that is applicable to all systems. Like I used to install a lot of fonts on my system, so if I use a font that is different from what you have on your system, you might have an issue in terms of the beauty or the outcome of your design. So I'm going to use a general font, and one of the fonts I'm using, let me just play with Arial Black. I'll use Arial Black. Let me use Arial Black on all of them. Then, forgive me, I need to change this thing to Enterprise. Billy Stanley Enterprise. I'll explain why I'm changing it to Enterprise. So, Billy Stanley Enterprise. So, everything Arial Black. Arial black and it's bold. Arial black bold. This is what I have. Now I go back to my shape tool. I bring this guy. I have something in mind, so I'm just playing around my thoughts. It's not like I have anything concrete that I've done before now. I just want to show us how to use some of this logo. You click on your shape tool. Now if you click on that shape tool, you'll see something came up on that text. One of them is to draw your text down, and the other one is to bring it either increase or close the gap. So I'm closing the gap on this particular one. For that other one, let me explain something here. For this one, to use this particular tool, where to work more for this is when you have multiple texts that are long, more like a write-up or something. So you can close it, increase it down, or bring it up a bit. But that's not what we are doing now. Our focus is just to close the gap. So now this is what I have. This is what I have. Excuse me, let me respond to a particular request. This is what I have now. Once I've been able to create this, I'm trying to form a logo like design for this work here. Something like a logo. Believe Stanley Enterprise as text. Now I've been able to do this. Blow this guy a little bit. Change the typeface to all cap. To do that, you can just click on your text at the top bar of your screen. When you click on the text, you go to the option, the change case. There's a dialog box that will come up, so you select uppercase and click OK. Then maybe I stretch like this. Mind you, like I said earlier on, this is just a test run for you to have an idea of how we use our tool. I'm going to create something, even though it's looking somehow, at the end of the day we'll be able to come up with something beautiful. So my enterprise, the font I'm using for my enterprise is Times New Roman. Times New Roman. I want to get the italic font effect, but I still don't like it, so I'll still maintain my area bold. Then change to cap also. Close, then reduce. If you observe, I'm aligning everything to the right hand side of this design, and I will explain why. Now this is more like a simple typographic text arrangement for a design that I want to create. Now use my rectangle tool to create the box I want, the workspace that I will use. Just drag and put it there. Then highlight all the text, reduce the size. This is it. Now the box here is our workspace, so I want to change the background color to something, a preferred choice. If you check your screen at the left side of your screen, you select your color. Your color palette is there, so just select your preferred color. I like dark backgrounds. Maybe I use black. I'll just go with 100% black. The text has disappeared. Bring out your text. You add your color to your text, maybe just to bring it out. If you observe, the text has disappeared towards the under. To bring it up, you press shift key, your shift key and page up together. The text will come out. So I change the colors of my text to my preferred style, to my preferred colors. So this is what I have. Personally, I don't like doing designs that have so many text. Now, to have more effect on this guy, if you check, everything is simple. Just to be much more, a little bit creative, I break this believe, this word, the word believe, I break it apart like I explained the first time. To break apart, you press Ctrl K to break apart. Now all the letters are separated, so I can manipulate any of these letters. Now I can decide to turn this guy. If you double click on each of the text, just double click it twice, you can do anyhow. To repeat that effect, press Ctrl R to repeat. Now this is looking a little bit creative from the regular design that we have. Then this my eye, I break it apart again, Ctrl K, to convert it to object instead of text. I press Ctrl Q, then break it apart to Ctrl K. So now the dot is separated from the long eye. So these dots, now I can change the color to white, so that the color blend will be very obvious. So I have Billy Stanley Enterprise here as a design. What do we do? Let me just say business support service, business support service, let's say training and consulting. Then training and consulting, online, okay, business communication. Let me take this one to the top. So we have this as our support service, as something simple. Our next class we're going to be doing more of it. Like I said, all the designs all the things we're going to be teaching in today's class, in this particular session, they are straight to the point, something that you can start on the go. You select your text, change your this, and then at the top of this bar, if you come towards this particular page, you see alignment. You click on it, the black arrow underneath, then you select central. Once you select that, it will centralize your text. You can decide to change your text, but always make sure, if you are doing designs for corporate, you have a corporate feel. There are some fonts you need to use. If it's not, it's going to be maybe a playful designs. You also mind the kind of font you use, because your font also explains, goes a long way in determining your kind of designs. The kind of designs you are doing, the font will also give a boost. If it's going to be corporate, if it's entertainment, if it is fashion. That's why I changed the word fashion to enterprise, because I don't want to be, there are some fonts I have on my system that you might not have, so that's why I just want to be safe. And you have something like this. To create, give it another effect again. To create another line itself, go back to your shape tool, select it, drag. Then to change the color of this line, you right click, either yellow or white, depending on the one you preferred, depending on what you prefer. So we have something like this. We have something like this. Then all your basic address, maybe Facebook, number, suits 23 ABC Crescent. ABC Crescent, Maitama, Abuja. Maitama, Abuja. Put your phone number +234 801 234 5678 or +234 802 456 802 345 6789. Add your social media handles. So these are the contact information. Come, select my font size, reduce a bit. There's another thing you want to do again. You can decide to add another effect. Just create a small box where you carry all your address. So you have something like this. Sorry, I'm having a call. I'll answer that call later on. You have something like this. You remember your text is still there. So you highlight, you bring the text up, change to black. So all your contact information is there. If you have your social media handles, you can decide to put them, let's say believe Stanley Enterprise. Stanley Enterprise. For Facebook, then maybe Twitter and Instagram, you can just have BSE Nigeria or BSE, yeah, Stanley Enterprise. So you have something like this. Maybe just F for Facebook, T for Twitter, then IG. In our next class, I'm going to show us how to import. I don't want to waste much time with this particular video so that it's much easier for us to. Now, remember, you create another box again just to focus more on our rectangle tool. Most of the design we are doing now is to use our rectangle tool to create our designs, some of the effect itself. Increase it a little bit, add color to it, bring your text out, maybe give it a white, remove outline. To remove the outline, you click on the object, then you right click the X box towards the font palette. You do the same thing to this guy, bring it up, add color to it. Then this guy also duplicate, bring it, reduce your IG, bring it up, add color to it, then position them properly. Maybe reduce to fit the space. To group it, highlight and group together. The same thing with highlight and group. Then Twitter and Instagram is at BSE, maybe underscore NG. I think that suits it. So this is what we have. Okay, the group. So we have something like this. Yep. Add the color to black. Then here we go. So we have something this simple. You can use your name, come up with something different. This will be for today's episode. The next class I'll be sharing on adding pictures to this kind of designs that we'll create. For now, we'll work with text and our shape tool. So today's one is basically using our text tool and our rectangle tool to create our designs. Rectangle tool, shape tool, and text tool. So till I come your way again in our next class, this is Billy Stanley signing out.